We've sold 4,201 event tickets at Kingslayer so far in 2024, and that's just in 74 days. Let's break it down. We have 3 store locations at Kingslayer in Oceanside, Lake Forest, and Fountain Valley, and we support currently 11 different systems or game systems at our stores. One after another, I'm going to start on the bottom of the list, go to the top. We're going to look at how many event tickets were sold. To recap here, over 4,000 tickets were sold, or 60 players per day playing in Kingslayer stores. Starting at the bottom of our list, this is newly supported by Kingslayer. It's Dungeons and Dragons. So D&D had 37 tickets sold so far in 2024. This is new to Kingslayer. People have been playing D&D in the store for a long time now, but not through an official sanctioned organized play option. We had a custom campaign written by hand-selected dungeon masters for Kingslayer, and they wrote a world for us called the Kingslayer Chronicles. And there's lore, there's factions, there's locations. They all intertwine and link with our 3 store locations. Season 1 is launching and coming to a Kingslayer store near you in April. So as long as you're in our Discord link is below, you'll get all the information you need to sign up for D&D at Kingslayer. So that's something we're really excited about exploring throughout the course of this year. And that comes in at number 11. D&D with 37 tickets sold. Now, looking at the top 10, we're breaking into the top 10 here. This is a game system that we have not supported up until October of this past year. So, brand new to Kingslayer, but this game, here's a hint, has been around for 40 years. That's going to be Warhammer. It took over our stores. We have escalation leagues in all 3 stores for people that are new to miniature painting, new to miniature wargaming. Officially, 62 tickets were sold for our escalation league. Those 62 event tickets sold are over an 8-week period of time, and in the last 8 weeks, that would come out to 496 times that Warhammer players have played games in stores. Which is just phenomenal. For a game that we haven't supported at all at Kingslayer up until this past October, to have that many games happening in Kingslayer stores for Warhammer, specifically Warhammer 40K, is really, really cool. So, Warhammer's in that top 10. Thank you so much. The Warhammer community knows how much I love them and appreciate their support of the growing hobby at Kingslayer. So thanks so much. Excited to see what those numbers look like over time. And just, again, the mind-boggling number of over 4,000 tickets sold in 74 days is why we're here, and that's why I really looked at this video as something I wanted to make to go over and highlight with our community as to what people are playing at Kingslayer. It should be helpful for people from other parts of the country that are looking to see, like, oh, what could I play at my local game store? What's popular here? What's going on at Kingslayer in Southern California? And that's why we're getting into this list. So let's keep on going. So number 9, we have a game that's relatively new to Kingslayer. It's an intellectual property that's been around a long time, and it's only currently hosted at our Lake Forest store if you're interested in playing this game, and that is Digimon. So store manager Gabe over at Lake Forest has really spearheaded this game and made sure that the community had a place to play. And we've had 84 tickets sold for Digimon just in the first 74 days of 2024. So really awesome turnout for Digimon. I'm excited to see how that grows over time. It's not currently offered at Fountain Valley or Oceanside, but our Lake Forest store is growing with that as well. Coming in at number 8 is a game that just launched last year. It had a Kickstarter that was really successful, and then went into its beta launch, and they're currently developing their second set. We have organized play support for this game at our Fountain Valley store, and that is for Sorcery Contested Realm. The artwork on this game is unbelievable. It's all hand-drawn, hand-painted work. Just fantastic cards. The card quality is a lot of fun, and people are really enjoying playing this game. So we've had 104 tickets sold for Sorcery just in this year alone, in the first 74 days of this year. And all that organized play happens at Fountain Valley. You can see a lot of those players in the posts about that event in our Discord. It's a great way to stay in touch with that community in Southern California. So Sorcery coming in at number 8. Now, new kid on the block, brand new kid on the block, kind of. It's kind of weird to call Star Wars the new kid, but as of last week, we had pre-release events that started, and so to already be number 7 on our list, Star Wars Unlimited with 131 tickets sold. That is all pre-release ticket sales. We have some constructed events posted and or planned, and that game is really growing really fast. I had the opportunity to play in the pre-release at one of our stores, and it was great to see new players come in that hadn't dove into card games yet, and Star Wars Unlimited was their first TCG. So excited to see how that brings in new players into the hobby. Number 6, this used to be, and I guess it's still considered one of the big 3. And this game currently only has organized play support at our Oceanside store, but we are bringing it up to Fountain Valley with OTS support, and that is for YuGiOh. So YuGiOh had 165 tickets sold, 165 times people played in the store just in the last 74 days, and that's only at one store. That's only Oceanside. So hats off to Nolan and Austin down in Oceanside, making that a welcoming place for the YuGiOh community. And we are bringing that up to Fountain Valley. So we're in the process of getting our OTS approval to support that game at Fountain Valley. That is YuGiOh at number 6 with 165 tickets sold. Let's hop in. We're breaking into the top 5, and this is the game. It's the most popular game among Kingslayer staff, at least for sure in 2023. 2024 might be a mixed bag, but for 2023, this game was most played by our Kingslayer staff, and it's now been around for 5 years. So this game has some momentum, and I'm talking about Flesh and Blood. So we had 441 tickets were sold for Flesh and Blood in the first 74 days of the year at Kingslayer, which is a phenomenal amount of attendance. Those are armories, those are Road to Nationals. The creators, Legend Story Studios, have an awesome partnership with local game stores, which is exciting for us to have brands that really care about supporting the game in the Flesh and Blood, which is part of their motto. So 441 tickets sold for Fab in the first their 5th year is fantastic. So going into top 4, this is the most anticipated, the most hyped, the biggest IP arguably in the world. Made a card game last year. You probably heard about it. It's called Lorcana, and we sold 581 event tickets just this year. I'm not even talking about set 1, set 2, none of that. I guess some set 2 was in this data, but 581 event tickets were sold in 2024 so far in the first 74 days for Disney's Lorcana. Lorcana brought in so many new players that had never played trading card games in stores before and had become friends and started new learn to play programs at the store. We have a program called Sherwood Forest at our Lake Forest store that we're now rolling out to our other stores that partners with local charitable organizations. The Lorcana community is a really special group that just enjoys the love of Disney and the love of the game. That was number 4, Lorcana, with 581 tickets sold so far in 2024. Let's break into the top 3. This game, I would sell my left kidney, maybe even my right kidney, if we were able to get even a fraction more product every set release. It is the most requested game because product is completely always routinely unavailable, and that is One Piece. So One Piece is based on an anime and a TV show that's been around for a long time. Very highly anticipated game, and I wish we could get more product. One Piece, 3rd place with 737 tickets sold. It's not a stretch to say that of those 737 tickets sold for One Piece, those events were probably all sold out. Our One Piece events sell out within minutes. Discord is the best place to hear about that if you want to sign up for our One Piece events. But the fact that it is our 3rd place, it's our 3rd most popular game, is wild. We probably have a pretty good idea of what the last 2 card games are. Both of them we've supported at Kingslayer since we started 9 years ago. Magic the Gathering was a game that we supported really in depth. We had an invitational series for pre-COVID, and Pokemon was a game that we've also been supporting with organized play since the beginning. But which one will take number 1? Which one will take number 2? With 780 tickets sold, part of our Elite 4 program, Pokemon the trading card game is our number 2 spot, and we really changed up, and Anthony did a lot of work on revitalizing our organized play program for Pokemon with our own homebrew Elite 4 system. The top 4 players at each store at the end of a quarter, they earn an exclusive hoodie and hat based on their Elite 4 standings, and there's more about that in our Discord as well. But Pokemon is such a force. So many people collect the game, and the organized play turnout for this game at all 3 stores is just absolutely phenomenal. 780 times players came into play Pokemon just in the last 74 days, and I thought that was part of the reason why I was like, I have to talk about these numbers, because the event participation at Kingslayer has never been this high and diverse. There's lots and lots of people playing card games, D&D, and war games at the stores, but it's not just one game anymore. It's not just 5 games. It's 11 games, and they're growing. Even the ones at the bottom of this list the attendance week over week is going up. So that's Pokemon in our 2nd place spot, and number 1. And keep in mind for Magic the Gathering, which is at number 1, this game is, the tickets we sell for this game are essentially pre-release and Commander. Like, that's pretty much it. So pre-COVID, we did a lot more with Draft, with Modern, with Standard, with Pauper, with Legacy. I mean, we did Magic every day of the week, sometimes multiple formats. Like, we were a Magic store until we diversified post-COVID. But even then, with just doing pre-releases and just doing Commander, Magic the Gathering, we had 1,079 tickets sold for events at Kingslayer just in the first 74 days of the year. So that is an insanely large amount of people that love Magic the Gathering. There's been a lot of really cool intellectual property combinations this year with, we've had Fallout, we had Doctor Who, so some really great mashups, so to speak. So people just love playing Magic. It's a great game. We love supporting it at F&M and at Fountain Valley on Wednesdays as well. So Magic still reigns supreme. It is a game that switches with Pokemon from time to time, where some months Pokemon will have more attendance or more sales. Kind of depends on what's happening. So, but that's pretty much it. That's our top 11 games and ticket sales at Kingslayer. I was excited to show that off, and I thought it blew my mind when I saw how many tickets, how many event tickets we had sold in the first part of the year, and wanted to share it in case you were curious of what people are playing at Kingslayer. So if you want to know where to find us, on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, I'm streaming live on Twitch, either Pokemon or Lorcana, and some other game options as well. We do some bonus streams on different days of the week too, depending on what's going on with us during the week. And also our Discord is the best place to stay connected and get new updates. Outside of that, we're open 7 days a week. We have lots of different event options, as you can tell, and we're looking at staying ahead of it and having new options in the future too. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking to the end. Feel free to subscribe, support the channel, support us on Twitch and in the store wherever you can. Thanks for supporting Kingslayer for 9 years. Looking forward to continuing to make this a place that you want to play at. So cheers. We'll see you soon. We'll see you at the shop.